All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello and welcome to everyone to the Chicago Area Regional Virtual Visit presentations. For the students that have joined us today, know that you will not have video or audio during these presentations. Today we are joined by 8 different colleges from across the United States. And during the presentations, we highly encourage you to use the Q&A chat function, which is located at the bottom of your screen. We will be recording today's session, so you'll be able to view a copy of this at a later date. Today, all of the colleges and universities will give 5-minute presentations about their school. And again, we encourage you to engage with them and ask questions throughout the presentations that we have today. We are going to go ahead and get started and kick things off with Jessica Lang from Arizona State University.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a great week and thanks for joining us today. My name is Jessica Lang and I am a Midwest Regional Coordinator for Arizona State University. And again, excited that you are here with us today. A little bit about Arizona State. We are #1 in the United States for innovation, top 10 in the US for study abroad. We're a top tier 1 research-based institution, so a lot of research opportunities for you to get hands-on experience with our professors in your career of study. We are actually also the gold standard for honors colleges in the country. So we have a highly ranked honors program. If you are interested in learning more about the honors program, it's called the Barrett Honors College. You are able actually to sign on to our website, and we have virtual presentations from our honors committee that you're able to learn more about what our honors program entails. And we have over 7,000 students involved with that program. We have 4 campuses, which I'll dive into here in a minute. So depending on your area of study, we'll kind of depict where and what campus that you would go to. As far as our location, we are located in the beautiful Phoenix metro area. And our 4 campuses are spread out throughout the Phoenix area as well. We are located in the 5th largest city in the country, which means there's a lot of opportunities to really get involved, not only on campus, but off campus within the community. We hold the largest college fair in the country as well, so you can start networking early on in your college career for internships as well as jobs. We are also home to a bunch of Fortune 500 companies around the area. Actually, Zoom itself is now located, they have a corporate office in the Phoenix area as well. So there's a lot of upcoming companies that are now relocating and opening in our grounds, which is awesome. As far as our locations themselves, we have our Tempe location, our Polytechnic location, which is in Mesa. Go Cubs, for those of you Cubs fans on the line. We have another location in our West Campus, which is about 40 minutes away, and then we have our downtown campus. So again, depending on what your major is, we'll depict on what campus you go to. Our downtown campus is home to our nursing program, our law program. We have a top-ranked journalism program at our downtown campus, and you're steps away from all the sporting activities, all the pro sports teams, everything in the heart of downtown Phoenix. And that campus is about 11,000 students. Our Tempe campus has about 50,000 students. You can kind of see the football background here, which is so exciting. So 50,000 students, home to Division I athletics, and a lot of clubs and organizations that get involved in, over 1,000 of them on our campus. Our Polytechnic campus is a great campus for students who really want to take things apart, analyze it, put it back together. So a lot of our engineering majors, business majors are located there. And then our West Campus is our smallest campus with about 4,000 students, where you get a small liberal arts education, but big campus feel, with again about 4,000 students. And our top program there is our forensics program. So again, a lot of different educational opportunities for you, depending on kind of what you're looking for. As far as our admission process, we have something called assured admission. What that means is if you are admitted into ASU, you are admitted to most of our programs, which is awesome. We really pride ourselves here at Arizona State for not being a highly selective institution. So we're really excited about that, and it's pretty black and white. So as long as you have a 1180 SAT, 24 ACT, 3.0 GPA, or top 25% of the class, so one of those requirements, and meet the 16 core competency classes that are needed, you are admitted into ASU. Our admission requirements are listed on our website as well. But again, we are on Common Application, ASU application, or Coalition application. I'm really excited to work with you through the process. And if there's any questions you have, again, my name is Jessica Lang. Find me on Find My Rep, ASU website, and look forward to working with you. Go Sun Devils. And Amy from Central Michigan is up next.
Great, thank you very much, Jessica, and good afternoon, morning, I guess, and happy Friday, everyone. My name is Amy Howenstein. I'm the Associate Director of Admission for Out-of-State Recruitment for Central Michigan University. CMU is a four-year public university, considered mid-sized, but definitely on the larger end of that mid-size range. We have about 16,000 undergraduate students and 21,000 students total with our graduate school and our medical school. We also have over 8,000 students online with us through our global campus nation and worldwide. Things to know about CMU. We are located right in the middle of Michigan, about 4 hours from Chicago. So if any of you are familiar with Michigan, as you know, it's shaped like a hand. We literally are right in the middle of the mitten. As I said, CMU was founded as a school to train teachers in 1892. But from that beginning of 16 students, we have grown to over 200 academic programs and majors and minors in 6 different academic colleges. Some of our top majors and unique majors include education. We train more teachers than any other college or university in the state of Michigan. Business is our largest academic college. Points of pride in that program include our accounting program, which has a special accreditation that only 50 colleges in the country have, as well as our marketing sales students, which have competed and won both national and international competitions. We also have health programs. Our health area is one of our largest growing and fastest growing areas. And within that, our athletic training program is an additional point of pride. We were the first athletic training program in the country. So that is a reputation we have built on. Many of our athletic student trainers have gone on to present their findings in what they've done in that program at national conferences, including 2 students who recently did something on heat stroke in football players. So that was something that they were able to present at a national conference. Journalism and broadcasting is also one of only 2 accredited programs in the state of Michigan. And then for unique programs, meteorology, neuroscience, psychology is certainly not unique to us, but it is our largest signed major at the university. And then we also have a nationally recognized event management program, as well as a leadership minor. 2 things that I think CMU students, we really instill in our students is a sense of volunteerism and a sense of giving back, as well as leadership. So our leadership safari is a kickoff at the beginning of each year for incoming students that certainly helps them feel more a part of campus and helps them work on those skills. And then I'm proud of our students. We are in the top 5 nationally of schools who participate, send the most students on alternative break trips, which are service trips that go across the country in a variety of areas. There's lots to do at CMU. I would describe us as a fairly typical residential campus, 21 residence halls, study abroad in 65 countries, over 300 clubs and organizations. One of the organizations CMU supports is Special Olympics, and every year our students do jump into a freezing cold pool to raise money to support the athletes and teams that compete on our campus every year in May and June. To apply to CMU, the process is fairly straightforward. We are on the Common Application as well as our own CMU application. We are test optional for the class of 2021. So all we need is your transcripts, your application, and your application fee. All students admitted to CMU do receive in-state tuition. We also have merit scholarships available when you apply, ranging from 20% to 25% off the cost of your tuition. And those are renewable every year that you are there. I'd like to leave you with just a fun fact about CMU. On our seal, there are 3 words in Latin: knowledge, virtue, and friendship. We are the only university with the word friendship on our college logo. So if you're looking for a university that has large university activities and benefits, we are Division I sports, but are looking for a smaller, more personal feel, I invite you to check out CMU at www.cmich.edu. Fire up chips, and now I'm going to pass it off to Omar at Eastern Illinois University.
Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Omar Solomon. I'm an admissions counselor at Eastern Illinois University. Thank you, Amy. I'm excited to talk to you guys all about EIU today. Who are we? What are we? We are a medium-sized public state comprehensive university located in Charleston, Illinois. Where is Charleston, you may ask? We're in the east central region of the state, so that's about 45 minutes south of the Champaign-Urbana area. From the Chicagoland region, we're no more than about 2.5 hours, and we're also 2 to 2.5 hours from St. Louis and Indianapolis. So we're close to 3 major metropolitan cities. A lot of our students love EIU. We've had 3 consecutive years of enrollment growth, and the momentum is always growing. Just under 10,000 students. Your average classroom size is going to be roughly 17 to 18 students. What does that mean? You're getting personal attention in the classrooms. 99% of those classes are taught by full-time or part-time faculty members. So you're building that relationship as soon as you step foot on campus. We like to say that we are sized for success. And I always compare it to my favorite movie of all time. Raise your hand if you've seen High School Musical before. Here at EIU, we are all in this together. We bop to the top because we're breaking free. A lot of different majors to choose from here at EIU, over 90 plus majors and minors. We're originally founded as an education school, second largest producers of teachers in the state of Illinois. So if it's early childhood, elementary, special, or secondary education, we have all those opportunities for our students, and there's no waiting list. So once you meet the criteria, you can start taking those courses. Students can major in business, so if it's management or accounting. Sports management is a rising program as well here at EIU. Communication and sort of sciences, you're going to get field experiences early as an undergraduate compared to other universities with our communication and sort of sciences program. A lot of students also will major in nursing. We just had a family donated $1 million, so EIU can have their own Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program. So our faculty members are all in, our alum are all in, and we can't wait for you to be all in as well. In terms of the application criteria here at EIU, we are a test optional university. It starts with a 3.3 GPA. If you're under a 3.3, that's weighted or unweighted. We look at letters, recommendation, and personal statements. You can still be reviewed for test optional. Test optional also refers to our scholarships here at EIU. Starting with a 3.3, they're tiered systems, so 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000 based off of your GPA. We also have scholarships up to a full ride with our Honors College. And EIU is also very affordable, guys. We're just around that 22,000 range, so that's your tuition, that's your room and board, and that's also your textbooks here at EIU. We rent our textbooks. Think about that. $9.95 a credit hour. All your textbooks are going to cost you just under $300. So students, not only do you have amazing access, it's a very affordable education, but also there's an amazing atmosphere. We're a Division I university, 21 division, we also have 200 clubs and organizations, a lot of things for our students to get involved in, from cultural clubs, social clubs, even fun, silly clubs. So if you want to run around on a room and play Quidditch in the quad, we have a Harry Potter club. It's just for you. We also have esports, community service opportunities. So many ways that you can develop your portfolio as a student. One thing I'll leave you guys with this here at EIU, 91% of our students within 5 to 6 months have gotten a job or gotten placed in grad school after graduation. I think that's so important to get that return on your investment. And here at EIU, as soon as you step foot on campus, you're going to feel the beat because we're all in this together. Thank you guys so much. We can't wait to answer more questions from you. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Heather from IUPUI.
Hi, my name is Heather Hawker, and I am the Chicago Regional for IUPUI. Thanks so much for joining us today. So IUPUI is Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. So we truly offer the best of 3 worlds. In Indianapolis, we have an amazing city. We're located, we always say Indianapolis is right in our backyard. You can walk to almost anything in downtown Indianapolis. It has an amazing zoo. We have the Indy 500. The state capitol is located in Indianapolis. We have museums. Mass Avenue has wonderful restaurants. My favorite coffee shop is located in Indianapolis. Coat Check Coffee, if you're over there, check it out. So we are very lucky to be able to be connected to Indianapolis. We offer 450 academic programs. Some of our unique programs are we are the only motorsports engineering program in the country. We offer epidemiology, which is the study of infectious diseases. The IU School of Medicine is located on our campus. We have the world's only philanthropy major. We have a whole school designated to informatics and computing. And something unique too is we have 5 hospitals located on our campus, including Riley's Children's Hospital. So if you're interested in the healthcare field, we are definitely a great location for you. We offer great internships. Students are able to walk right to the downtown area to participate in internships. We have amazing research opportunities. Our students that study in forensics are currently working with a faculty member to take saliva samples and build missing person based off DNA. So they're perfecting that and working. So there's really top of the line research and internships located on our campus. We have 22,000 undergrad students. We are an urban setting in the cities. We are a larger university, but we do have a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio. So you truly get to know your faculty and staff at IUPUI within your college. We have 500 clubs and organizations students are able to get involved in. So there's truly something for everyone. There may be fun clubs based on your profession. So there's a lot of opportunities for students to be able to get involved. We do have fraternities and sororities. We don't have houses on our campus, but you can stay active in that. We have 5 residence halls on our campus, and about 50% of our student population live in our residence halls, but also a vast majority of our students live within walking distance of campus. We are Division I athletics. We compete in the Horizon League. So go Jaguars. Also, to apply to IUPUI, you can apply through our IU System app or the Common application. If you plan on applying to multiple IU campuses, we recommend applying through our IU System app because you only have to pay 1 application fee. We do just need your high school transcripts. We did go test optional this year, so that decision was made last fall. So you can choose to send test scores or not. It is completely up to you. The only program, we do accept direct admission programs. So if you're interested in our Kelly School of Business, you can apply direct admit test optional. The only area that does require test scores is our honors college. And just note, if you're around a 3.0 or above on a 4.0 scale, you can, it's a great opportunity to apply test optional. If you're below a 3.0, we do recommend submitting test scores. We do require an essay for all students. And we are part of the Midwest Tuition Exchange. So at IUPUI, you can get either an IU or a Purdue degree, depending on your academic and major, for almost a little over $14,000 per year for your tuition and fees. So the nice thing is we discount our out-of-state tuition by roughly $17,000 in order to be part of that Midwest Tuition Exchange. So it's a great savings to go to school out of state and get your IU or Purdue degree. Feel free to check out our website. We do have in-person visits as well as virtual visits available for our students. Thanks so much. And now I am going to introduce Sarah from Knox College.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. And thanks to everyone for being here on a Friday. I know we're all Zoomed out, so thanks for spending your lunch hour with us today. My name is Sarah Colangelo, and I'm from Knox College, which is a small private liberal arts college in Galesburg, Illinois. A city of about 33,000 people, about 3 hours away from the city of Chicago by car, and about 2 hours by Amtrak. We're about a block and a half away from the train station. So if you hear train whistles, that's what it is. I'll talk more about Galesburg in a second. But we are located, if you're familiar with this neck of the woods, we're about 40 minutes north of Peoria and about 40 minutes south of Davenport and the Quad Cities. Before I talk too much about Galesburg, I want to talk about the stuff that everybody wants to know. So Knox is a college of about 1,200 students from 48 states and 49 countries. 32% of those students from the US self-identify as students of color, and about 19% of students on campus are international students. So students come from all over the world and they keep really busy. Knox has 18 NCAA Division III athletic teams. We're in the Midwest Conference, and well over 100 student organizations. All those student organizations have funding. They all have to do things on campus. So there's always something going on, and there's always somebody to get to know and to chat with. You're going to meet people who are very different from you at Knox, and that's a big part of learning here. So Knox was founded at the same time as the city of Galesburg in 1837 by a group of abolitionists. Knox was the first college in Illinois to admit women and students of color, and it was one of the first in the nation to do so. I talk about this history a little bit because we talk about it a lot at Knox. The college and the city work and fight and learn, and we try to build on that legacy. So it's very important to us here on campus. Okay, now I'll talk a little bit more about Galesburg. So I talked about that train station. It really is a block and a half away. I will hear whistles today. That train station is surrounded by local shops and restaurants. There's a really good Korean place that I might have for lunch today. There's a lot of really good spots to get coffee, an organic food store. If that's not your speed though, we also have Buffalo Wild Wings and Target and Taco Bell and Marshall's and things like that. Galesburg's kind of the best of both worlds because it's large enough to house the county seat, so we're across the street from the courthouse. There are 2 large hospitals in town, but we also have chains like Five Below, and we have vegan pizza, that kind of thing. It's a small enough city, though, that there isn't competition for internships and job shadows. I could talk all day about the benefits of going to college in a small city because you can really build internships with local business people, which is always very neat to see. Knox is one of the colleges that change lives. If you're doing it right, there isn't a college that won't change your life, but if you're interested in colleges like Knox, that's a good place to start, is that list of schools. At Knox, you can't sit in a classroom and graduate in 4 years. You have to go out and do something, and that could be research, that could be creative work, that could be an internship or a job shadow or spending time abroad. You cannot leave Knox without digging deeper into something, and Knox is a place where faculty are going to know you well enough to know how to encourage you to do that in a very specific way for you. A few things that you might not find other places: Knox is on a 3-3 calendar. So every single student at Knox takes 3 classes at a time, and there are 3 trimesters per year. So you've got 3 10-week terms per year, which is a little bit different. So you take 9 classes a year, 9 times 4, 36 classes total before you graduate from Knox. Faculty at Knox teach 2 classes at a time, so they really get to know who you are. Again, they've got you and another small class to deal with. Another unique thing about Knox: every student in their junior year is guaranteed a $2,000 Power of Experience grant. Basically what that is funding that you can use to go abroad, to do interesting things, to live someplace while you're doing an internship, to found a nonprofit if you want. So you know that money's there for you. And students apply for research funding on top of that, in addition to that, but that money's waiting for you. And then at Knox, you can also do something called an immersion term. You don't have to, but you can. And these are terms, 10-week trimesters, wherein students just do one thing. So you can do clinical psychology term and live like a clinical psychologist and do on-the-ground counseling. You can do Green Oaks term and live at Knox's 800-acre biological field station for 10 weeks. You can do startup term, which is like Shark Tank term, repertory theater term. Students live like they're in a theater company for the entire trimester. So because of all these things, without getting into stats, Knox graduates find success. So Knox is a small, incredibly open-minded, collaborative place filled with folks from all over the world. And with that, I will send it over to Marquette. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Sarah. So my name is Rosa Reiber, and I am one of the admission counselors for Marquette University. If you are not familiar with Marquette, I am going to share a little bit more about who we are, what we're about. We are considered to be more of a medium-sized institution. We're located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we're a Catholic Jesuit university. Now, if you don't know what it means to have Jesuit core values, it certainly doesn't mean you have to be Catholic in order to come to Marquette, but I do think that that Jesuit core value really does enhance our student experience at Marquette. So what I mean by that, I think one of the biggest ways that I really appreciate how the Jesuit identity really feeds into everything that we do is this ideal of cura personalis, which means care for the whole person. This is a reason why I actually really love working at Marquette. It's something that means that our students students, our staff, our faculty, we all work together as one big family in order to create that environment where every student is cared for as an individual. So that means that we're really paying attention to who you are, how you're doing, mind, body, spirit, and we're really paying attention to what your classroom experience is like, giving you really individualistic opportunities to be able to explore the paths and interests that you are most excited about. So that Jesuit identity, I do think feeds into a lot of what we do and how we approach things. Jesuits are known as educators, and so we spend a lot of time thinking about how we can be innovators in the world of education. I think a big way that this feeds in is through our Marquette core curriculum. Rather than taking general education classes for your first couple of years, you're taking a core curriculum that's actually spread out over all 4 years, leaving room during your freshman year to start taking your major specific classes right away. So we are a direct admit institution. So rather than applying to Marquette just in general, you're actually going to be applying directly into one of our 7 colleges. So we do offer colleges in arts and sciences, in education, in business, in communication, in engineering, in health sciences, and in nursing. I got through that. I didn't know if I was going to remember them all. So we have colleges specifically that will hone in on your interests. Probably the most popular colleges at Marquette are the College of Nursing, Engineering, Business, as well as Health Sciences. So there are a lot of majors, over 80 different majors offered at Marquette. That's definitely a way that we operate much like a larger institution. And we, being located in the city of Milwaukee, have a ton of opportunities for our students to really utilize that urban environment as an extension of a student's classroom experience through jobs, internships, networking with our over 114,000 alumni, but then also utilizing the city of Milwaukee as an extension of your campus life and your social life. So students have Milwaukee bucket lists, things that they want to do before the time that they graduate, anything from playing sand volleyball on the shores of Lake Michigan to figuring out which place in Milwaukee has the best cheese curds or the best custard. So the city of Milwaukee is definitely a city known for its food, and so our students really appreciate that as well. We have over 325 different student clubs and organizations on our campus as well. So not only do you have the city of Milwaukee as your playground, but you also have a very active student population. Our freshmen and sophomore students are required to live on campus, even though we are an urban environment. I think sometimes students think, oh, well, it's going to be spread out all over the city. That's definitely not true for us. Marquette certainly still functions like a very traditional college campus. Freshmen and sophomores, like I said, will live on campus. We're the 6th best college nationally ranked as far as job placement, and students do retain from freshman to sophomore year at about 90%. I think that's really impressive because that means that students really love their Marquette experience. They have a lot of pride in the fact that they do go to Marquette. And then last but not least, we're on the Common App. We also have our own Marquette application as well. And we are a test optional institution. We're test optional, and we really mean that. We're test optional for all programs, even our special admit programs, our direct admit programs, things like our doctorate of physical therapy or master's in athletic training, and we're test optional even for admission and for scholarship. So I, with a couple other counselors, are your Chicago reps. So if you have any questions, let us know, but I'm going to go ahead and pass it to the University College of Dublin. Thanks so much, and go Marquette.
Hi, great. Thank you so much. Well, my name is Bridie Troy, and I am with University College Dublin, or UCD for short. So UCD is Ireland's largest and most international university. We are home to over 18,000 undergraduate students, 25% of whom hail from outside of Ireland. UCD is ranked #1 in Ireland by the US News and World Report, and we're in the top 1% of higher education institutions worldwide. We're located in one of the safest and most welcoming cities in the world. UCD's main campus offers state-of-the-art learning and living facilities right near the bustling city center and Ireland's major business hubs. So we offer over 70 undergraduate courses, including our liberal arts and sciences pathway and pre-professional programs in law, medicine, and veterinary medicine. Many of our programs are direct entry programs, offering 3 or 4 years bachelor degrees or 5-year combined master's degrees. And this allows for an increased focus on your major with the possibility of skipping general education requirements that would be necessary at a comparable institution. So I always like to say, like, if you come in, you know exactly what you want to do, you can start learning right away. You can start doing engineering on day one. You never have to take another English class if that's what you don't want to do. Additionally, with none of these general education courses, you can complete your degree in faster time and often will save money. Additionally, we do offer some pre-professional programs that are combined. So you can learn for your bachelor's degree and your medical degree all in the same 6 years and graduate from UCD as an accredited doctor from the American Medical Association. We have an extensive alumni network with a hands-on career center, making UCD the #1 college for employability in Ireland. We are in the heart of Ireland's capital city, offering a unique campus experience with an extraordinary ability to experience the world. Located just 20 minutes from the middle of Dublin, UCD students have access to museums, nightlife, and internship and career opportunities right on our doorstep. Dublin is one of the youngest populations in Europe, with 30% of the population under the age of 30. And this makes it such an amazing city in which to attend college with something always going on. There's a million young people around you, and there's always something to travel with, to maybe go hit up a pub, see some live Irish music. UCD especially fosters a great international student support system with a global lounge, on-campus accommodation, and over 160 clubs and societies. Studying in Ireland is one of the greatest experiences, as you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. At UCD, you're going to live on Europe's largest urban campus, which gives you this great American campus experience, but in a multinational European setting. Ireland is the only English-speaking member of the European Union, and this offers a great gateway to the rest of Europe for American students. Additionally, Ireland is considered the Silicon Valley of Europe, and UCD fosters many connections with European headquarter companies such as Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pfizer, and many pharmaceutical and business and tech companies right next to campus. One of the main benefits of studying international is the cultural experience and the ability to see the world. While most universities can promise personal growth, an international education has an added advantage of demonstrating a student's independence and resilience. So you'll have the ability to travel around Europe with cheap flights and short travel times. I know many students who attend UCD during the week and spend their weekends on a $30 round-trip flight to Paris or Greece or Rome. Finally, as an American citizen, you do not need a visa to study in Ireland, which makes the immigration process so simple. And you can see all of our entry requirements on our website. We have a very transparent application process. We do accept U.S. financial aid, and we offer generous international scholarships to over 80% of our international applicants. So you can apply directly at ucd.ie, and we are also on the Common App. So reach out to me to learn more, or you can visit our website for a virtual tour and to learn more about our various course offerings. Thank you so much for tuning in, and now I'm going to pass it off to Kathleen with the University of Rochester.
Thank you. My name is Kathleen Papala. I'm Regional Director of Admissions at the University of Rochester, and we are a medium-sized private research institution located in Rochester, New York, which is about 6 hours north of New York City, 3 hours south of Toronto, kind of sandwiched between Buffalo and Syracuse. While we are in the city of Rochester, which is a smaller city, not unlike Milwaukee or Denver or Pittsburgh, we are in a very suburban area of the city. So our campus is very traditional and residential. We guarantee housing for 4 years, and over 90% of our students will stay on campus for 4 years. With that 6,000 undergraduate population, we represent all 50 states as well as 127 different countries. So not only are we a national school, but an international school as well, with just around 30% of our students coming to us from outside of the US. What makes us a little bit unique is that we are certainly known as a STEM institution, but we have over 200 academic programs that also encompass social sciences and humanities. But we also don't have any core or gen ed requirements. So there's no required subjects when you come to the University of Rochester. You simply study the things that you love and are interested in, and you don't study the things that you don't want to study. With that flexibility comes a lot of chances for you to pursue lots of different academic interests. It's not unlike it's not rare for our students to graduate with multiple majors, 2, 3, even 4 different majors. We are a research institution, so undergraduate research is very much a part of who we are and what we do. We think that having that hands-on experience is really vital and valuable to our students' sort of growth as academics. And so about 77% of our students will engage in some sort of undergraduate research. Now, certainly that's available in all of our disciplines. So whether you are interested in sort of those STEM areas, biomedical engineering or bioethics, chemistry, any facet of engineering, or you're interested in dance and theater or international business, comparative literature, we have research available in all of those disciplines as well. When we look at you as an applicant to the university, we're not just looking at you as an academic student, but we're looking at you as a whole person. And so because of that, we want to sort of foster that when you're with us. And so we do have over 300 clubs and organizations, Division III athletic program, which is really wonderful. I think it's a way that we sort of foster this wonderful, strong community for our undergraduate students to really feel like they have a life, on our campus, which is really good. We do have a great study abroad program. About 25% of our students will study abroad at some point during their time with us. And so we do give you that ability to have that sort of international experience, even though we do have, like I said, that strong international presence and perspective on our campus as well. In terms of our admissions criteria, we are on the common application. We are an early decision school, so it is binding. If you do go onto our website, as a few other schools have said, we are pretty transparent about sort of what our criteria are. But really what I will sort of emphasize is that when we're looking at you, we're not just looking at your GPA, we're certainly not looking at your testing, and we are test optional, and test optional for both admission and scholarship. But we're really looking for ways that you align with our core values at the institution. And so those are things like equity, leadership, integrity, openness, respect, and accountability. And so we're not just looking to bring on really strong students to the institution, but we're also looking to bring on really good people into our community as well. We are a school that offers really ample scholarship and financial aid to all of our students, and that's both domestic, international, and undocumented students. And we do meet full demonstrated need. So whatever that gap is between what your family can contribute towards your education and our total cost of attendance will be met in full through both scholarship and financial aid. So that's just one way that we help sort of mitigate our higher total cost of attendance. I suggest you go to our website. We've got really wonderful virtual events happening right now, info sessions, interviews. We have a great virtual workshop series going on with things like how to write a compelling essay, interview tips. We do one that's sort of a mock admissions committee where we actually sit around and go through applications so you can kind of see what it looks like for us when we're looking at transcripts and essays and involvement and recommendation letters for a number of different students. So some really great resources there. But I do want to be a resource for you. If you have any further questions, you can certainly reach out to me directly. Would love to connect with you again. But I'm going to pass it along to Julie from Xavier.
Well, thanks, Kathleen, and thank you to all of you for hanging in to get to the X here. So, hi, I'm Julie Nelson. I'm the Regional Recruitment Director at Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. Much like my friend Rosa at Marquette, we are a Catholic Jesuit institution. We are medium-sized. We're about 5,000 undergrads, and those students come from all over. So, we've got a great mix of students on campus, and I think that really adds to our sense of community. Rosa told you a little bit about cura personalis, so I'm not going to elaborate on that too much more, but I do want to give you one other word that really plays a big role in that Jesuit philosophy of education, and that word is magis. You didn't realize you were going to get Latin during your lunch hour on Friday, but guess what? You just did. So magis means the more or the greater. And so we really see our job at Xavier to give you those opportunities where you can find whatever is going to make you more or greater, to take those gifts and talents you already have, to shape them into something that's going to help you not only in your lifetime, but allow you to help others. And so, that magis could be, we're going to give you some research opportunities. That magis could be, we're going to let you, play club lacrosse and be the president of the lacrosse team. It could be, we're going to let you go, across the world to serve a community that needs your help. Lots of ways to live out that magis. So keep that in mind as you're considering Jesuit education. I think that's one of the ways that we really allow our students to grow and become the people they're supposed to be. We also have about 90 different majors at Xavier, so lots to choose from. I would say we're probably most known for our College of Nursing, our nursing department. We usually have about 150 to 180 nurses that come in. It is a direct entry nursing program, so it's a 4-year Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Really strong Williams College of Business. There's 9 majors from which you can choose there. Probably the 3 most popular are accounting, finance, and marketing. One thing to remember about our finance program is that we have a group of students called the D'Artagnan Capital Fund. And so we give them $3.3 million of Xavier money to invest every year. They keep doing a great job because we keep giving them those dollars. So they are allowed to trade that money on the stock market and see what they can do. So I think it's a great opportunity for them. The whole gamut of education majors. We do have a musical theater program. We have a psychology program. We have a doctorate in occupational therapy. So no matter what you're thinking about studying, we probably have it at Xavier. And if you're not sure, I would say the best way to go is our exploratory program. A lot of schools will call you undecided. We know that's probably not the truth, that the truth is you just have so many ideas, you're not quite sure which way to go. So our exploratory program gives you some guidance to help you explore all of those options you have in mind. And certainly by the end of sophomore year, declare a major, move right on into whatever it is you want to do next. As a medium-sized institution where most of our students live on campus, freshmen and sophomores are required to live on campus. Juniors and seniors tend to live either on campus or close by. We have about 170 clubs and organizations, so lots of ways for you to find your folks on campus, find those people that you want to hang out with and do activities with. So whether it's you want to cheer on the Musketeers, our Division I sports teams, obviously that's why a lot of people know Xavier. As an extreme fan, if you want to participate in club sports or in performing arts, if you want to do service, if you just want to be in a club that goes along with your major to help you start to network, all of those things are available to you at Xavier, and we want you to do that. And I'm a big fan of picking 3 things. That first year you're on campus, pick 3 activities, find those groups of people that you want to start to connect with, and make that transition from high school to college a little bit easier. We are also on the Common application, or you can use the Xavier application. Either way is fine. Either way is free. So we'll save you a little money on the front end. When you apply, not only are you looked at for admission, but you're looked at for scholarships as well. This year, our merit scholarships range anywhere from $16,000 to about $24,000 per year. Those are renewable all 4 years. We, like all of my colleagues, are also test optional. We are test optional for every major, including nursing. So if you have not had the chance to take a test, or you don't feel that the test is really giving you the best picture of you as a student, then by all means, don't send it. We won't look at it, and we don't use that test for anything, not even for scholarships. So we're going to make those decisions based on what you've done in the classroom and your ability to be successful at Xavier. One last thing, we do have a pizza ATM. We're the only school in North America with one. So if that's not enough to get you to Cincinnati, I'm not sure what is. So with that, I'll hand it back to Anne, and thank you again for sticking with us today.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, and thank you so much to all of our amazing presenters. For the students that have joined us, I will be sending out an email very shortly with all of the contact information for the presenters that were here with us today. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your day.